Here's a look at the markets for Friday, June the 19th, 2009. When we left yesterday, we were making a mention of around the 17 area as possible support and also down around the 10 level as possible support. And I really did think the market had a better chance of moving lower. Not that I was convinced it would, but that if it did move higher, watch out for the 17 level. And then overnight it rallied above it, came back down and tested it, and then rallied and made the high, which was up there at, I think it was around 23. So when the market did that, we knew that there was, some pretty good strength in it. And so when it opened up, you can see that the first hour of trading, the initial balance range right here. By the way, these profiles, I'm sorry for those that haven't seen this before. This is today's market profile and volume profile, and this is yesterday's. The one in the middle here is the overnight or Globex session. That's how I like to split them off, so I can see the market's activity in chunks like that. So when the market came down early, it found some support around the 17 and kind of hovered in that area for about the first 2.5 hours of the day. And then it sold off and came down to our support level around 10. Actually, it was 9:10.50. The market hit a low of 9:10.75 and then had a pretty good bounce. So from a longer term standpoint, it looks like the sell-off that we've been experiencing here is not all that healthy. When you take a look at the individual profiles that we have here, we can see that this kind of sell-off that we have had this week, this is Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, good sell-off, and then a good rejection off of these lows down here, and then what I thought could possibly have been a weak rally here, expecting a bit of a sell-off, but it did not occur, and then formed higher values here today. So I think that this overall move down that we've experienced here this week is somewhat suspect. We got down to a known strong support area down around 900 in here when the market bottomed out here on Wednesday, and most of this sell-off has been on non-confirming or fairly light volume, in my opinion. And so I would not be surprised if we have a bit of a move higher here next week, although the way this rejection off of the highs back here from last week is pretty convincing from a structural standpoint. So obviously remains to be seen, but would not be surprised if we get a bit of a bounce come next week. As far as our individual trades were concerned today, we unfortunately just missed getting short right here. Some of our traders got short on a half position, and so we're able to see this move down here. We then had another short trade in here. It hit our first objective. We had a really nice, we actually got two signals here to get long, so we're able to participate in this up move, and then we had another trade in here to get long, which was a break even. So this was the best trade of the day. Went from 14 to 1975, so I had a nice move to it, and just half a position on this first short in here. So on the whole, a profitable trading day. And the market was fairly readable, which is kind of unusual considering it was options expiration today. Oftentimes that day is a pretty difficult day to trade, and quite possibly the participants that make that volatility on these options expirations days are maybe changing their tune and deciding to offset their positions prior to the Friday of the expiration date, and thereby making the Friday not quite so volatile as it has been in the past. That at least that's one possible explanation. I suppose nobody knows for sure, but definitely the market was much more readable today than it was that it has been on these other triple or quadruple witching hours, witching days. So at any rate, that's a bit of a view of what we think. As far as our immediate support and resistance is, support is also around 10 to 11 area, and then around 900. And then on the upside, we're looking at immediate resistance around 20, and then 23, and then 27. So those are some of the areas that you can look to as far as likely support and or resistance come early next week. This video, by the way, is just a condensed version, a shortened version with not nearly as many charts or as much detail as what we post on the members portion of the website for obvious reasons. But we'd love to hear from you. We're at info@eMiniDayTrader.com, or just at our website. There's a lot more information and videos and so forth there. So love to hear from you. Just send us an email. Have a good weekend. That'll be it for Friday, June the 19th, 2009.